Hey, it's me, Michael Phelps. That's right, the Michael Phelps, 700 gold time place winner of the International Sports Awards ceremony. Let me ask you one question. Have you or a loved one been injured by an 18-wheeler? Have you or the both of you been deceased or mortally wounded? Then look no further than me, Michael Phelps. That's right, the Michael Phelps. If you or someone you know has gotten run over by an 18-wheeler, don't get dunked under by the incorporating sharks of Big Rig. Dive in, make a splash, take a lap with Michael Phelps. That's right, me, the Michael Phelps. When it comes to your highway danger safety, don't settle for the kiddie pool. Ride the wave, and don't get drowned forever in medical bills. Call me. That's right, me, the Michael Phelps. That's right, the Michael Phelps, injury attorney, lawyer at law.
Michael Phelps is in no way affiliated with 23-time Olympic gold medal winner and American treasure Michael Phelps, nor his family, foundation, estate, nor any business or persons related to the Olympic game. Mr. Phelps is only licensed to practice law within the boundaries of Wayne County, Mississippi. Mr. Phelps cannot swim.
Before history was history, fools were we. Then we climbed a tree and finally we could see. Oh, then the internet made us smart, now know everything do we. Thus we share with thee these trifleries, till nobody learns nothing.
Juliet.
Yes.
To your point about the other F word, you were
That's
concerned.
what I thought.
Yeah, you were concerned about that, and it's reasonable to be concerned.
And there's
the other
two
F word?
versions.
I
Two
know
versions
this.
of that F word.
What's the other F word?
Just bear with me. Just give me
have
30
no
seconds, and all will be explained.
Okay.
As
He's
a
not going to take
child-
30 seconds. He's going to take 3 hours.
That's rude. Start a stopwatch. Dick. You can still say Dick. It's the short for Richard.
Ooh, I have that in there in my list. We haven't even gotten to that.
See, look who's taking 30 minutes. Anyway, as a youngster, Juliet, I lived in Britain where
It's different.
slang was different. Like, to my point about geographical differences.
He said it. There it is.
There was a slang word for cigarette, because that's 3 syllables. Like, that's a long time to talk. They called them fags. Cigarettes were called fags.
Yeah.
There was
What about the
also
2-syllable version? Did they say that?
Will you relax? Will you please relax? Give me 30.
It's still shorter.
Give me 30 more seconds.
Fag.
The clock has started again for Kyle Jones because he interrupted me. 30 more seconds. There was a specific version of a meatball made with a specific. Bear with me, Kyle. Will you relax? You're not relaxing. He's not relaxing. There was a meatball sold in grocery stores.
There's a word.
It was a blend of different meats. There was some beef and pork and liver. It was all blended together in a meatball. It was called a faggot. Faggot, a faggot. It's a meatball in Britain. There was a specific brand called Brains Faggots. Go to YouTube, type in Brains Faggots.
Isn't it also a bundle of
Faggot.
twigs?
Yeah, you might be quite right.
I think, yeah. I can see that 1-to-1 where they're like, bundle of twigs, maybe it's like.
Yeah, the bundle of twigs. Right.
In Britain, the word fag and faggot were used all the time. Like, we had no compunction about using those terms.
Yeah.
And so how did we get that over to America to mean
I don't think it I don't
a
think
gay slur?
Yeah. I don't know the origin in the US of A. I don't think the terms are related. Like, I think they grew up organically.
So it's not like
in their own regions.
not like I know this is a stretch. It's not like
maybe
smoking a
time
cigarette,
together. I don't know.
putting your mouth on a man's.
See, Juliet, see what I'm dealing with?
Oh,
I'm being very
John's
scholastic.
being more graphic.
You are.
I'm an
I
academic.
appreciate it.
I'm talking about the origins of terms in various geographies.
Jay's
of our
talking about the
country.
origin of terms, and you're sucking
And
dicks.
John wants to talk about putting his mouth on an exhaust pipe
I'm
for
asking.
reasons.
I'm just asking if it's okay.
Yeah, he's only asking. That's all.
I'm only asking.
But it is odd.
But
and
where
like,
did I mean? How did that make the jump? I mean, the pilgrims. Not only are we
Pilgrims
going to go
came over.
seek our own
Blame
religion,
the Puritans
we're gonna
every
bastardize smoking
John.
cigarettes. We're going to call it
true.
faggots.
John, I have already said this twice, and I'll say it a third time for your benefit. I don't think it made the jump. I don't think the term came from Britain to America as a term for a cigarette, which was not around in 1774, or for the
ever heard of
special
Virginia?
meatball. Ouch.
No, I know, but it had to make the jump somewhere. That's
No, it did
my
not
question.
make the jump. It came up organically in America from
Out of
different
what, though?
roots.
Well, what is it?
Different
what is it?
roots.
Yeah, but you're not you're
I'm
not
just
offering
sitting
any
back.
What is a fag? Where does
I'm
that
gonna-
come
I don't
from?
have to offer any roots. I'm telling you
gonna
where the
drink my
term
wine.
originates in Britain and what it means in Britain. You come up with the America stuff. You're the proud patriots.
Well
Go
done,
ahead.
Jay. Well done.
Thank you.
Here's where the British stuff comes from. You all figure out the rest.
Does Kyle have a list? I think Kyle has a list.
Yeah, Kyle, it is
what
time for
Kyle
your
has
list.
to say.
We're
Thank God.
hour 20
Kyle,
minutes
save
in.
us.
We've only got
I'm
10
not
minutes
gonna.
left for
I'm gonna
Juliet,
leave
so.
the whole
You're leaving?
line of thinking
Well, that's
that you
too bad.
guys are talking about. Yeah, I should just leave.
Thank you.
Maybe for
But
the best.
let me talk about how about this? Movies and pop culture in my lifetime
Very
have
safe.
been huge.
Very safe. Good
right.
choice.
I'm trying to get away from
No, correct.
all-
You've done the right thing. Yeah.
all y'all's cigarettes and bundles of twigs.
Not me. It's not me. It's not me.
Listen, fire making tip. If you take a cigarette and put it in a bundle of twigs
I don't know about
and
that.
blow on it real hard,
Don't know about that. I think.
it only takes a spark.
And the bigger, the thicker the
God, what's your
stick, the
list?
better.
What's on your list?
I've got. So let's just go to some media movies
Mm-hmm.
that made this weird impact and sort of changed our language.
That's
Okay.
apple butter, baby.
No, not okay.
One of the most prevalent to me is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which, I mean, in the name excellent, people started using excellent, righteous, bogus.
I like this.
And this whole surfer, skater, dude, stoner, kind of a harmless guy thing erupted. And there's a lot of arguments over where that started.
Yeah, I would say Spicoli from Fast Time.
Well, there you go. So the biggest argument.
Gnarly.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Totally awesome. I mean, those both totally and awesome and gnarly and tasty waves. All these things came from this one guy in 1982,
Nice.
Sean Penn, JubyPhonic. This is you should totally watch this
This is
movie.
different. What is this?
Okay, so it's called
Have you never seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Whoa. Let's not be so so aggressive.
No.
I've
I mean, first of all, okay, have you ever
She's
seen
only
Blazing Saddles?
30 years old.
I've seen parts of Blazing Saddles. I've seen parts, okay?
This is not
Don't
funny
quote
at all.
that one. Those words that remain the same as they were back then.
And now we transition to
times.
quizzing Juliet on the movies she has or hasn't
is
seen
bad.
from the 70s and 80s.
You're going to get zero.
so-
Unless it's a musical, no.
Let us begin.
So Juliet, you are certainly familiar with kind of surfer dude skater culture.
Oh, for sure.
There's a million words, and we won't even go into the tricks and the equipment.
Oh, yeah.
and crap like that.
Ollies and...
But just the
Stuff.
dude and bro and all that stuff, which is crazy. Online, I was looking, and the big argument was between Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Wayne's World.
Oh.
Is what the big argument was. And I'm with Swayze. I'm like going, oh, well, that was 1989 was Wayne's World and Bill and Ted's. But Sean Penn as Jeff Spicoli was 1982. So well before that, this thing happened. But I do have a fun fact, guys, about Bill and Ted's and Wayne's World.
Finally.
That was a big argument. So, which one was first? I'll ask you guys just blunt. They were, I'll give you one hint. They were both 1989.
Wayne's World.
And this is the
just going
SNL
Yeah,
debut.
I'm gonna go with Bill and Ted.
This
I'm
is
gonna
the
go with Wayne's
SNL
World.
debut.
I'm also
of
going Wayne's. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Wayne's World.
Here's the fun. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was Friday, June 17th, 1989, as movies come out on Fridays. Guess what happened the very next day, on June 18th? Wayne's World had its very first SNL episode.
Oh, that's
The movie
different.
came out way later.
Oh, well, that's a trick
I said that earlier. I
did.
said that earlier.
So they
Oh,
have
it's being
pretty
recorded.
similar
Dave, are you recording
vibes,
this?
Kyle,
you know?
Kyle is wily.
Dave stopped
like
recording
that.
30 minutes ago. I'm so
Kyle
sorry,
is very
Kyle.
wily like that. He's he's very tricky. You have to really keep an eye on Kyle.
Always got to
But
keep my eyes
nonetheless,
open.
yes, they were both. They were one day apart, and most
And they
people
were
probably
both-
saw Bill and Ted's before they saw Wayne's World. But one day was the true difference. But truly, 7 years before, Jeff Spicoli
But
said it all.
No
He
question, that
the-
was all
that
influenced
guy.
by Jeff Spicoli.
Yes,
That was-
gnarly bummer. all of
Bummer.
it
I
was
love
there.
Bummer.
One of the best scenes
Bummer, dude.
is, and
now,
Jay
Bummer's,
mentioned this.
Bummer's one that's lasted forever. I mean,
love
I
Bummer.
still say Bummer. Bummer.
And Jay mentioned being a dick, and that was a huge,
I think he was talking about me.
a wonderful scene in there where Jeff Spicoli gets confronted by his teacher, Mr. Hand, and he takes his card, his schedule card, tears it up and throws it away, tells him to go to the office, and he just goes, "You dick!" And people are calling each other's dicks a lot.
It was
after
history immediately.
that. Yeah. And gnarly, awesome, totally awesome, all that stuff.
Do people still call people dicks?
Oh yeah.
Here,
Absolutely.
1 second, John. Hey, John, you're a dick. yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. So,
Yeah.
Juliet,
I see how that works. That's pretty cool.
this is timely. I'm interested in other terms that have survived the test of time. I presume cool is one of them.
Oh,
is
yeah.
cool
Yeah,
still
that's
cool?
on my list.
Oh yeah. No. Cool. Still cool.
Like what else has survived?
Awesome.
How about flip a wig?
I have no clue about that one.
Incorrect. Awesome.
Drop a
Awesome is
dime.
good.
Awesome's good. Awesome. I think single words stay usually. I feel like a lot of slang is
okay.
like very much tiny. Like they'll take like rizz from like charismatic. It's like you just take a tiny little
Rizz.
thing. It's easy. You
Which
know?
I like Rizz.
Rizz is
I like
fine.
that one. I like
Yeah.
calling things trash.
Oh, trash.
And-
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's also be very mindful of the way you say the word.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
For instance,
Please,
you can
please
say
proceed.
you
Yeah.
can say fuck, or you can say fuck
Exactly.
Yeah.
or fuck.
There's an emotion.
Or
And-
fuck.
No, not that one. No.
That's the one. That's the
the
one that
desperate
I
guy in the
I'm
usually
bar.
do
just
that.
demonstrating that there are different ways to say the word.
Yeah,
I'm not,
Sure.
I've never
I'm not
had much
proposing
success
that one
with
is
that
better
last
than
one.
the other.
I've never had
dude-
much success with that last one.
Dude goes through that.
Dude, I said dude so much in
Yeah, dude
middle
has
school.
that cachet.
And
you
yeah.
can literally
dude,
use it for
and
anything.
dude is now non-generic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I called my mom a dude.
Dude is across the board. Like, dude, what are you doing?
She got
Well,
It's like
frustrated
by that-
with
really,
me.
dude used to be. I mean, dude was a
Here we
you know,
go.
back in my day.
Saddle up.
dude-
Get ready for a
Yeah.
history lesson.
That's right.
John's ready
I thought
to
it was
explain.
a hamburger at
back
Dairy
in
Queen.
John Wayne's day, dude meant a ranch.
John, what's
Dude
a dude
ranch?
ranch?
It's where cowboys got together and romped,
Oh,
frolicked,
Hey.
and rambled
that
cattle
movie.
and rode them doggies. And
I love
all kinds of-
cigarettes.
Oh, my
But
God.
then it got into, hey, dude, what's up? It was like, dude, you're a dude.
Dude.
It's the
one of
same-
my favorite
Yeah.
one of my
There's a whole bit
favorite
about
one
it.
of my favorite things. I got to tell you this story. One of my favorite things ever. And both Kyle and Jay know this guy, Scott McCarthy. He is one of the most laid back guys I've ever met in my life. And we used to work at Chili's long time ago, back in the 90s. And there was this fella, and this is going to get a little risque. But there was this fella that worked there who was
Are
a
you going to
busboy.
use the G word?
No,
No.
but
Are you going
But-
to use the H
we're
word?
getting complicated
now,
here.
would you
Holmes.
use the SH word and just
Shoot.
there was this busboy, and
Oh, the
Everyone
M word.
everyone called him egg roll.
Oh.
Now he
Was he
wasn't. He
the-
wasn't
was he
Asian.
Asian?
He wasn't
Okay.
Asian.
Okay.
He was actually Hispanic, but everyone called him egg roll for whatever reason. That was his nickname.
Maybe he likes egg rolls.
And, but he did look a little Hispanic. He looked a little Asian. And at one
So
point,
now, you're back. You just backed off
Hang
here.
on. Just
Whole
bear with
reason
me.
y'all were
Bear
racist.
with me.
No,
Going
we're
on, going on.
racist.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you're
yeah.
racist again.
no, let me just say this. I mean, this
Well
is one of the
done.
greatest things I've ever heard. Somebody goes, "Hey, Scott, what's egg roll?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "What is he?" And Scott just looks over and he goes, "He's a dude."
That's nice. I like that.
It was like, he's a dude.
a
What do you
dude.
mean?
Yeah.
What is he?
Oh, that's
And
true.
it was
love-
like, what are you talking about? And so I always thought that was a great answer.
And so egg roll immediately perked up as like, how dare you define my gender?
Oh my god.
Right? Yeah. Chase,
I-
I
But
didn't go
dude,
there. I
and
was
I
trying
would
to make a nice statement about
Well,
my
you
friend not
you
making
can't make
any
nice
kind of
statements
racial
anymore.
statement.
Oh
can't
my
do that.
god. I have a question. So, dude,
Thank heavens.
Skippy.
dude
start-
came out as a term for just like, I guess, friends, maybe.
No.
No,
Dude, it
not
started with-
friends.
It was a cowboy
Guys.
thing.
It was a cowboy thing?
Say that again.
Yeah.
What did?
Where does dude come from,
Dude.
John? The
Dude
origins.
Is, dude, no, oh no. So dude is from like a dude ranch, or I mean, it's an old cowboy term. That's a dude. The old
Okay.
dude. The dude ranch. The dude is a cowboy term. But then I think it got appropriated.
Have you
by
ever seen The Big
60s
Lebowski?
by the
Uh-oh.
hippies? By the hippies. Shut up, Kyle. It got appropriated by the hippies and going, "Hey, dude, what's up, man? Hey, dude, there's my dude."
So it's just
it
like
just
really
kinda-
chill.
It's very chill. It's a chill term for a friend.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I called everyone
then,
dude.
I mean, like my daughter says, "Hey, dude," to girls all the time. So it's no longer
Yeah.
a generic thing. Or
yeah. It's not very specific.
I would argue just the word man
Yeah.
has
or even
become,
man. Yeah.
Or like
for
bro.
sure.
Come on, man. And
bro.
my
Yeah. I'll call anyone
bro,
bro.
my
Unless you're talking
daughter
about a
calls
man's
me.
brassiere.
My daughter calls me.
Personally, I'm glad he's still around. Dude, it brings comfort.
No.
My daughter
Dude.
says, just if you've done something silly or you're not getting it, now my daughter says, "Girl,
Yes. I call
Yeah, no
everyone
matter
girl
the
or
gender.
girly. Yeah.
girl." Yeah,
But
and
again,
it's not the same as girl.
Yes.
right? But that goes back to the attitude thing because you're like, dude,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It depends.
No.
man.
Somebody
It
had a whole
sure
bit
does.
about that.
It's
Was
Because
inflection.
man is a little trickier because man actually doesn't even refer to a person. Man could just be like,
Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
what the f?
I'll even say it
Well,
to an animal.
but you
Man.
can say, "Come on, man."
You go, come on, man, or as Keegan
that's-
likes to say, my man.
My man. That's a good one.
That
I like
that's
it.
one of my
I
favorites.
feel like
love
giving
that
a
term.
high five.
That is a high five.
High five.
My man. You just nailed it.
Look, could I take us back to a term that has different meanings between the generations?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Sure.
I've got one to add when you're ready, Jay.
All right.
You just
Okay.
give me the thumbs up.
This will be
and I'll
quick.
throw it in there.
It's a single syllable. It's a term that I think is still in common usage today. Juliet, you'll back me up if I'm right or wrong.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Rather, please corroborate. Otherwise, let me know if I got it wrong. The term lit,
Oh, I love lit.
Yeah,
I love it.
commonly used. So
Yeah.
today, it means like cool, awesome, exciting. Like that's lit. When we started using it, it meant drunk.
Yes.
Get lit.
And we
Yeah.
still will use it in that term.
Because
But-
we did not.
Yeah, lit can
It only-
be both. But I think the younger generations don't know it can also be drunk. So it's complicated, I think.
That's interesting.
Do
so, I mean,
younger
I guess,
generations get drunk?
No. Well, actually, technically, Gen Z, like, I think the youngest of Gen Z can, technically now.
they can. What does that mean?
My daughter got drunk.
The youngest of Gen
then
Z
they
is
can.
14 years old.
Wait, really? Okay. Well, I mean, they're able to, so
Anybody can get drunk.
Well, anyone can, yeah.
they
sure.
can.
All right, here's my word. Does it mean the same thing as it did?
I wasn't done with
this?
lit, but go ahead, John Swayze.
No. I'm sorry, Jay.
Get
Go
lit,
ahead.
dude.
Go ahead. Finish up.
I'm
with
trying to
your
get lit.
So I'm wondering if like the original meaning of the term is to create some light. This lamppost is now lit.
Yeah.
This room is now lit. Like from where there was darkness, now there is light. From where there was nothing, now there is something happening.
Yeah.
There is
Something
drunkenness.
more exciting,
Yeah.
maybe. Like in a dark room is boring, but a well-lit room is more exciting. There's more things happening. Like
Jay, have the mushrooms kicked in? Is that what I'm hearing?
Right. I think
Awesome, dude.
I think it lit up is the first thing I heard when get lit. First time I
Yeah.
heard it was
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Like-
get lit up.
your brain expands when you're lit because
The
now you can
alcohol
see
pumps
more.
you up.
You can so So when you are drinking alcohol and taking psilocybin mushrooms,
Fair.
Thank you.
you become
I think that's more tripping.
lit.
Yeah.
No,
See, I
no
thought-
one, no one
I,
becomes trip.
If somebody said they were lit, though, I would go, dude, he was lit. Like, he was wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's what we were
But
talking
now
about.
it
No,
means
it's
you.
true. Yeah.
Oh, that's lit. Means it's awesome.
Yeah. If like
And
a
I'm
party
trying to
is
find
lit.
a root to both of those meanings, and John has
I got it.
ruined it. Go ahead, John. What was your word that you were so interested in?
No, Jay. I
Jay,
think I've
you'll
got a
love it.
theory. I've got a
Thong.
theory for Jay's query.
I hate Kyle's theory, and I loves John's new word.
Okay. All right.
That's all I care about is John's new word.
I knew you would, Jay. I knew
Yeah.
you would.
All right.
Thong.
Thong, the thong, thong song.
Thong.
Is that the word?
I don't know what you're talking
So
about.
when I
Excellent
say,
point, Juliet.
when I
Excellent
say
point.
thong to you,
Except
what
for
does that mean?
Cisco's terrible
like-
song.
When I say
The
thong,
underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back in the day, in
Oh,
the
I see
old
what you're saying.
days,
Oh.
thong meant flip flop.
Yeah. I've heard.
You're wearing
Wear my
thongs to
thongs.
the pool.
Yeah.
Thong sandals. Thong sandals.
Yeah, no one's
well, you
gonna
didn't
know
say-
that
But you didn't say
anymore.
thong sandals.
No
you
one's a
just said
sandals. That was
thongs.
repetitive.
Well, your parents said thong sandals, and you said thongs.
Well,
nobody
not my
said thong
parents. They
sandals.
just said
Yes,
put
you
your thongs
someone
on.
did say thong sandals. I
the hell
guarantee
was
you,
that?
Someone's
your
dad.
parents,
They should have been
ones you
taken
could
out
not
back
s-
and shot.
the ones you could not swear around, said thong sandals.
That's fair.
And then you know
Remember
what
how
somebody
you
said?
told us you would not say
Somebody
the
said,
F word around
"Fuck
your
that
parents?
shit. I'm just calling them thongs."
Or flop.
Well, I mean, you should say, "Hey, I'm gonna wear my thongs to the pool." I think Swayze should say that.
I'm going
No,
to that.
that would be
no,
good.
I would never say that. And in fact, and my wife has informed me I'm not even allowed to wear flip flops to the pool anymore.
Why?
I'm
you know
wearing.
why? Don't ask that question, Juliet. I think
Disease.
you know why.
Yeah.
I think, and I get pedicures. I got good looking toes.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
What?
I do.
Will your
Feet
wife
pics.
tell us that
I
you have
mean-
good looking toes?
No,
Do you have a recording
But
of
that's
her
not the
saying
point.
that? Okay.
Jay, no, I don't. No, I don't.
I'm intrigued. But
I know that you don't.
But a good looking toe is important.
you
Just
can
one.
sell feet
I
pics.
got
There's
10,
a website
and
for that.
yes, one of them.
Yeah, I got 10 toes. I just need one to look good. That's all I need.
Juliet,
So-
you're hipping with it.
No, I'm
What's
not.
the website that promotes good looking boomer toes?
Oh no, I don't remember the
'Cause John-
website, but you could use OnlyFans. I mean, OnlyFans absolutely does that. Feet
Start your
pics
own,
are a
John.
thing.
Male boomer
Yes.
toes.
Yeah,
Okay,
boomer
but like
toes
everyone has a
only.
fetish
It's
for
like-
something.
It's
So-
like hammer toe, but also boomer toe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We could make a
honestly-
million. Let's go.
The sad
You know,
thing
could
is
really
that-
make 'em
the
in
sad
there.
thing is there is somebody out there with the go.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's not
Exactly.
the
No,
only sad
absolutely.
thing, but it's one sad
Always
thing, yes.
censor your toes while posting pictures. Always. Don't do it for free.
Yeah.
Don't post them for free. That's what I've been
that-
told.
That's amazing to think of, like a blurred out
Hang on, I'll be
feet,
right back.
toes
Everybody,
on a
just
foot.
hang on.
Please
That's
don't go. Please never leave us. Don't go. Don't do it.
Try to make a
You'll
little
find
money here.
somebody
Just give me
who's
one
willing.
second.
They'll be like, "Oh wow,"
So,
God.
and you find
I
yourself
would
selling
like-
socks.
I would like to take us on a little journey of some Gen X words.
Fair.
Okay.
And Juliet, you can help me with things that
I
still
might.
exist, but I think these generally were invented during the Generation X experience.
Can
And
we,
I'm going to start off.
Can we do kind of lightning round-ish where you name
Yeah,
the term?
I'm trying.
And if Juliet has a matching Gen Z term, just call it out.
Sure.
Or say like, oh, we got nothing for that.
or we still use that.
Oh yeah, for
great.
sure.
Great.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's just still a word.
Yeah.
because
Do it.
that's what I.
Love it.
That's kind of where
Yes.
I am with this. So
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The first word is word.
There's no
Use it.
equivalent. There's no equivalent to word.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Right?
is not used, and I have no equivalent. Period.
Yeah.
It
Perfect.
comes
Actually-
from
when you say word, Kyle, you're talking about like word.
Like, what does that
I
mean?
hear ya, I hear ya.
gathered that except for the boomer.
Word.
Yeah,
Wait.
everyone
Explain what
understood
word
that meant.
means, really quick.
Uh-oh.
it
like-
means approved, understood.
No, there is an equivalent. I'm so sorry.
It comes
Is
from
it single syllable?
Whoa.
No, it's
Yeah.
3
Whoa,
syllables.
so the boomer's not the
Oh,
only
well then-
dumbass.
It's period.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah. My daughter says that all
You
the
say
time.
period, and sometimes it has a T at the end. Period.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
says
you
something, you say
say
period.
somebody says something, you totally agree.
Yeah.
Word.
Period.
And
But
so
you can
you're
also
putting
do
a
this.
period on it.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
That's
yeah.
different. That's a little bit different because word means I totally agree. Period means there's nothing more to say on this topic.
But it can't. It is like what is it?
They're-
it means
It's
kind of
synonymous.
yeah.
They're
I think
similar.
word can be
A
that,
little bit
but
different.
word can also be other things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's kind of there, but word is
only the
different.
Gen Xers understand this. Only the Gen
Yeah,
Xers.
Okay, next one.
So that comes from my word is my bond is where that all backtracks from. Anyway, and it came from rap. Word is bond.
Word.
But anyway, next
Heard.
is heard. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, heard and word have become almost synonymous. I hear heard a lot. You tell somebody and they're just gonna
I
say
hear that
understood.
from a certain generation. Heard.
Yeah.
No,
Heard.
that's fair.
It's
I get that.
it's
I,
the
I hear what
cooking
you're
shows.
saying. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
feel
know
like
what
do
it's
seen
going
this
to say.
and heard.
How
It's
about
like
this?
copy that, Roger.
Heard.
How about this? Button.
Button. Just
Is that like period?
Yeah.
So
No,
when you-
no
when
one
you-
likes
and-
it. No one likes it.
And Jay,
Are you trying to start something?
right
I
now?
think John's
Just
trying to
shut your-
start one here.
He is
Shut
trying to
your
start one.
cock hole. I am.
Don't make fetch a word. You don't. Fetch isn't going to happen.
I know fetch.
I'm not saying fetch. I'm just saying when we're acting, Juliet. Sometimes I'll say, "Hey."
Wow. Why do
When
you
we're
single
acting,
you out?
I'll go, "Hey, that was a great.
Sorry,
you
Juliet.
delivered a great line, but I need you to put more of a button on that. Like
I
close
would
it up.
get it. I
Finish
think
it
I
up.
would get it. I think
would.
if
Button
you
it.
just said period, though. No, I'm kidding. That wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense to me. No, I'm
Word?
fine with button. Yeah.
Yeah. You said put more of a button on it. That's like 7 words.
Well,
Versus
see now
word.
now we're getting.
I see. I see your point, Jay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for helping me out, Jay.
Absolutely. That's
we
what
are-
I'm here for. Kyle, you were helping us also?
We already did nerd, geek,
I love it.
dork, dweeb, weeb. I
still
think all
use,
that's
yeah.
80s, Generation X. One word that I think is amazing is yo.
Yeah. We still use it.
That has
We still
stood
use
the
it,
test
yeah.
of time.
I
and-
will start off a sentence with just a long yo at the beginning.
Yo. Yeah. Yo.
But
Is
probably
it
not as
anything-
much.
Is it anything
Replaced
more
hey,
than just
I
a
guess.
simple greeting? It's a greeting.
Right.
Anything more than a greeting?
It
Not that I have a problem with that.
No, someone can say something surprising, and you can do what Juliet did.
Yeah, you go, yo, that's crazy kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can also end a sentence with that, correct?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
Hell yeah,
less
yo.
common now.
right.
It's less
That's right,
common
yo.
to go yo at the end of a sentence now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even mean anything. It's like putting bro on the end.
Bro, you'll absolutely put at the end of everything.
You mean it,
now.
bro? You
Yeah.
mean it, yo?
Or like
No, it
bruh.
can-
People do bruh
Yeah.
a lot.
And it
What's up,
starts
yo?
with, it starts
Yo.
with the Gulf Coast pirates from the War of 1812 and the yo-ho
Yo-ho,
and a bottle of
yo-ho,
rum,
yeah.
right?
Yo,
Exactly.
yo.
Jean Lafitte from New Orleans, yeah.
Well,
Probably.
Now, if we did things like, "What's up, yo ho ho?"
I would like that. I think it's whimsical.
I mean, now you might be calling somebody a hoe.
No, you don't use ho anymore.
I know that's what I'm
Like-
saying though.
No, I
What's
mean,
up,
like,
yo
as a
ho
term.
ho?
Only if prefaced by yo. That's the only way in which it's
you
acceptable.
can you can use the word ho, but like I think
Is
you,
ho
I
not
think it's
used
hu-
anymore?
The huzz or something. That's what I've been hearing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what are
It's
slutty
weird.
girls? What are slutty girls?
I mean,
these
I
days?
like to use older terms for them. I like to call them harlots, but that's
that's way
like
back.
personal.
Hang on,
That's
hang on. What
personal.
Hang
about,
on,
Skank.
hang on a second.
Skank
Could
still a
you
thing?
tell me that again?
Not
Just
really.
speak in the phone. What do we?
Harlot.
How do we call these girls?
No. I think it's just
are-
like you
Are
know.
hussies still popular?
Oh, hussy. Wow,
as
that's
much.
way back.
Prostitutes.
No, not even that. I think it's just like there is a
Sluts.
term, but
I'm trying to be academic
there's so
and look
many.
at John.
there are so many.
I'm going.
You can
I'm
even
going
say
base
loose
level.
woman.
Jay.
I
I'm
think.
going base level.
Loose
I'm trying to get.
woman.
I'm
A
trying to get
loose
a
woman.
base.
Jay there
man
used a $10
stealer, I
word,
don't
and I'm
know.
wondering about slut. What about
Yeah,
that?
but
Do the kids like saying that word?
Again, women have tried to reclaim it. I think that's also a bit old though, because I know like I think they were doing that
Harlot
in like
is
Mean
there.
Girls.
Harlot?
I love harlots,
Yeah.
honestly,
That's what she
but
said.
that's me. I love harlots. But that's me personally.
No. It's not just you. Harlots, great word.
It's a great one.
Slatternly woman is a good one.
I would be down with slatternly.
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 Yeah.
I would call them slatternly women.
Slatternly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ill repute.
So
Ill
slatterly.
repute. Yeah, exactly.
A lady of ill repute. Oh, Illin.
Exactly.
Remember Illin?
Illin is
was a
just
thing.
like
Things are
boop,
ill.
sick.
boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop,
It-
boop,
Ill.
boop, 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 boop,
Bushwhacker.
boop, 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 boop,
There's just so many beautiful,
boop, boop,
beautiful
boop.
words.
boop.
I like. What about
if I
bushwhacker?
can get back to my little
Yes, the list, the
Please
list.
do-
Lightning round.
Please.
So the lightning round.
Look at all that lightning.
Continues.
Wow.
So things that suck.
Oh, I still say that. Yeah.
That was totally
sucks.
our generation. Suck
Absolutely.
came
I
out.
love
In fact,
sucks.
that was a bad word. I wasn't allowed to say it for a
I
while.
wasn't allowed to say it.
Thing, you weren't
Which is
say,
weird.
allowed to say suck or things that suck.
Just like, oh, it
Yes.
sucks.
Unless I was talking about a
sucks.
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. They replaced the
Then-
word for us with Hoover.
No.
It sucked.
That is awesome.
That sucked.
That's a brand name.
It sucks.
They took
So,
a brand
really?
name and yeah.
Dyson-
It's cleaner
Dyson didn't
if
make
you,
the cut?
No.
To go back Anglophile, like in Britain, instead of saying vacuuming, they say to hoover something. Like, would you mind hoovering the living room?
That's
That's like saying Xerox something,
But
right?
they,
Yeah.
Juliet, please elaborate. Like, we tried to say hoovering instead of sucking. Like if you're going to specifically define
Yeah.
the physical act of something being sucked through a,
But that's not what suck meant.
no, like
of course,
suck meant
Yeah.
but like
just-
who tried
it
to
was-
introduce
No, it was
Hoover
teachers.
instead of saying
It was
You're
te-
right.
yeah, I
What
was
did
a child.
What did the teachers say exactly? Please walk me through like I'm a
They-
6-year-old.
they realized that we were saying, "Oh, that sucks, this sucks." And they were like, "That's a bad word." We didn't understand why because we were children. And they said instead of saying
that
something sucks, say it hoovers. No one said that. Not even once.
A verb.
Yeah.
They
And
switched a
I
brand name.
think they
to a
were like,
verb.
"Oh, it sucks dick," I guess was the idea.
Yeah.
But like we, especially
But it
like
was
my
just
generation,
lame.
we were not.
That's lame, which is
It's
another
lame.
Gen
Yeah.
X
It was
word.
an attempt from the teachers
It was
that
an
never
attempt.
caught on.
No, never caught on. It was really
Okay,
bad.
so I love. I actually I'm excited about this. I'm excited about introducing the term to say that something hoovers.
It hoovers. It was bad. It was so bad.
So if something, but it was like lame.
Yeah.
It's whack.
whack.
Do you remember saying things were sorry?
What?
little
Ugh,
bit.
that's sorry. It was the same
Like
thing.
sorry
Like
ass?
sad,
You can
lame,
say a
whack.
sorry son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
That's
wasn't the
old.
same.
That's quite old. That's
Sorry,
before.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. You
That's
can
like-
say sorry.
that's
and
like-
lame.
That's like John Swayze's generation. They would say "sorry, son of a bitch" from the
I
the
think we said
Vietnam
more of a
era.
sad son of a bitch.
Yeah,
See?
yeah. Sad. Sad is a good one.
Sad sack.
But on the flip side, you had things that were dope and fresh.
Flip
I say
side.
dope.
I know what that
They're
means.
live.
What's that?
Remember when things were live? Oh, that's live.
I still say dope.
That's
People
hot.
say it slaps.
That's fat. Yeah, it
Dope.
slaps.
Dope's a-
Slaps.
Do you know where slaps come
dope.
from?
Banger.
No
It's
idea.
a banger.
Yeah. These both
I
are
say
Florida
banger.
songs, which is back in your territory, Juliet. Like songs that are bangers and songs that
I say
slap.
bangers all the time. If it slaps, it slaps. You know.
Yeah, those are completely synonymous,
Yeah.
right? A song that is a banger and a song that slaps is the same song, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thought so.
That's the words we use on Twitter to talk to each other.
Is there a third word that refers to a song that is so GD good that like you cannot keep your feet still? It's an amazing song. It's a banger, or it slaps, or it's a bop. Is
Oh, it's a bop.
still used?
It's a bop.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's a bop.
Where
What the
Yeah.
bop
fuck is
is
a
a
bop?
word now
A
again?
bop is like just. It's great. It's a bop. You know.
I like that one.
Guess you like
like
bop
it.
your head to it, maybe.
It comes from teeny boppers, like
Yeah. It's really
bop.
like it's the most
See, now
inoffensive.
that's going back. That's going back to terms from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
the bop.
Because
Yeah,
bop was teeny bopper.
things that have survived.
We bop. Or what was the
Bop.
song from fucking
You just said Bop.
Hanson.
You just said Hanson. Oh no! Why? No, John. No.
So I
Wait.
learned.
I love
Juliet,
it.
you know what Bop is?
Well, I know the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
What? She's
Okay.
Well, I
Was
know
it a
Hanson.
cool
She
song
doesn't
for
know
you?
she doesn't know the movie
thought it was
Swingers,
fun.
but she
It
knows
was-
Bop from the exact same time.
Okay, but music is different because it'll show up in like department
I
Don't
stores.
agree.
insult our
Like,
guest.
I agree.
Don't
We're
insult
just-
our guest, Jay.
I know
That's
music
not
better than I know movies.
I just said I agree. We're exploring different things from different angles. This is the whole purpose of
Bop.
our podcast.
Everyone thought Hanson
Old
Maine
man.
was a girl, but it was a boy, and that's what I knew. That's as much as I know. That's the whole thing.
This is me coming over with my walker.
Yeah. John arriving to the point with his walker.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Now's a great time to take a break, so let's take a break.
Our sponsor this week is Trinicom Communications. When it comes to your business, you're the expert, and you need to stay focused on the things that you do best, and that's, well, running your business. And to do that, communication is key. You don't need network hiccups and access issues slowing you down. You need a data partner who gets you on track and keeps you on track. For 30 years, Trinicom's VoIP and data solutions have provided a full breadth of business communication essentials. Start with reliability and flexibility with Trinicom's cloud-based voice services. Eliminate the pitfalls of maintaining your own telephone system with Trinicom's hosted PBX. Enjoy the stability of business internet connectivity with Trinicom's state-of-the-art fiber internet access. Also, you can work with confidence, knowing you are backed by the security of the Trinicom cloud and server co-location, featuring multiple power backup systems, redundant cooling, and multiple Tier 1 bandwidth providers. And since Trinicom owns its own data center and telecom switch, they can provide service and solutions directly and quickly. On top of that, Trinicom's fully managed IT support staff is there to quickly tackle anything that may come your way. In fact, Trinicom can even design your website. So keep your business churning and your success growing. Let Trinicom handle the rest. To learn more, visit Trinicom.com. That's TRINICOM.com.
And that's what we call taking a break.
I have a question for you, Juliet. So when you get like kind of humiliated or even robbed,
Yeah.
or just kind of taken
I
for
love
a fool,
humiliated or robbed.
Robbed.
They're
Yeah,
kind
it's
of the
all-
same.
Yeah.
If you're robbed
just
at gunpoint,
robbed of your
or-
dignity.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Say you're held up in a convenience store, or in middle school, someone calls you a naughty name.
No.
They're the same.
Right, but
How do you refer to that?
because it kind of goes into the you got served was our world, or
Yeah.
you got took, or you got
You got served. I know you got served for sure.
or ganked. You got ganked.
I don't know that one at all.
Never heard of ganked.
I've never. I wouldn't even know how to spell
gank-
that.
I know that term to be stealing something, to gank.
Yeah, gank
something.
my stereo.
So what is?
or
Let's just jump back. What is you got served?
you got served.
That's a great
That means
question.
like we'll make think of Kobe
And
Bryant.
my son used to
just-
say that to me, and I was like,
Got
"What do you?"
served.
Yeah, you
Is it
made
a,
a
is it
fool.
a
You were
tennis
made a
term?
fool of.
Is it a tennis term or a court term to be served a subpoena?
I think it's a court. I think it comes from rap. You got served papers.
I think it's basically you got burned.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got hosed, man. They stuck it to you.
Well, you didn't get screwed, but you got you could have been an even duel, and you just got humiliated.
It just occurred to me, if you were served papers from a court of law, but also you were sent to serve in a tennis court,
Oh my
and
god.
you didn't return it, and
Yeah,
they got an ace on that serve, like you got served. It's all about
guess.
court,
I guess
court stuff.
It could be the term like I just got like let me double check this because this is something I don't use because like I again am not a good representation of like Gen Z.
Glad you're on the
know.
show. This
We
is great.
invited
This
you
is
because you're a
wonderful.
great representation of Jen. Now she admits it.
I know it's
Well,
really
and now
sad.
we're gonna
What the hell's
shut down.
going on
Thank
here?
you,
Jay,
everybody,
who
for
booked
joining
this
us.
guest?
I would know.
hours
I know. Well, for me, I guess it's like there's not really like a good equivalent. Like I would just be like, wow, like that was so
You got
cringe
punked.
of me. Like what a cringe moment for me, you know? There's not
But
like
if you're-
good
If you're
But it would be
insulting
at someone.
if you're
not
playfully insulting a friend who is like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
got burned on that one.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
burned.
I feel like burned is still a thing. To be like, oh
and
yeah.
got took.
Okay, this is true. I got clapped.
Oh.
Like,
See, that
it is
means
saying
something different to me.
Yes, and that's why I had to Google this because
there's the boomer. Boomer has clapped a lot of
You
times.
got clapped. That means you're not going to be fuckable.
Exactly.
John, people don't have that disease anymore. That's from the 1800s.
And I've seen like six definitions.
They came up with a vaccination for that 50 years ago. People don't get the clap anymore.
Believe, Jay. They want you to believe that.
It can mean having sex, or it can mean getting killed on the streets.
Right?
So
ready to go.
Our guest
getting
is
clapped
talking.
on the streets is being killed.
I have wonderful news. People don't get rubella anymore. It's okay now.
It's a fad.
You can go out and wash your hands in a horse trough and no longer get rubella. It's okay. Old man.
You live in, Jay.
Okay, I have a quick game for you guys.
Oh, thank
I have
God.
a quick game. I have a quick game for you guys to play. All right. And so this is just involving expletives. Just word and expletives. You know, you just use them spur of the moment. They don't necessarily have a meaning. They're just responsive, right?
Yeah, when you're
And so
just without thinking, you explete things.
yeah, and they can grammatically kind of work in any space in a sentence. I ask if you've ever played Mad Libs, you know how this works.
Yeah.
So situation and intention means kind of everything. So here we go. You just shout out the first word that comes to mind. All of you can do this at the same time. All right. So let's say you, I'm going to say a thing and then give you a 3, 2, 1, and then you just all respond.
This will never work.
Let's say you just smash the shit out of your hand with a hammer. 3, 2, 1.
Shit.
Motherfucker.
Wow. What was John's? I didn't even hear his.
Motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now you're on vacation. You stop to take a quick photo of the waves, and shit, you drop your phone into the ocean. 3, 2, 1, go.
God damn it.
Motherfucker.
Okay, sweet. And now, victory. Your team has just won the big horse race over the massive. We had a big, massive comeback against the big rival, and it's right in their own backyard. And then, and you had just bet your house mortgage and your tuition on it. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's
Huzzah!
go.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, now let's say same scenario, and you lost. 3, 2, 1, go.
Son of a diddly.
Darn.
Anyway, these things are their own words that are just kind of these reactions, right?
That is true.
And I heard, motherfucker. I heard some fake bullcrap of people placating.
Placating.
Yeah.
That's a $10 word. We just earned some
So
money.
I have
Well done,
some
Kyle Jones.
examples. I have some examples of these things, but I'm wondering if they're actually real or were they like literary or came about in some sort of play or something. So, buy gum. Did people actually say that?
Yes.
Drats.
Is this Shakespeare? Is this one of these things Shakespeare came up with these 15
Drats.
terms?
Egads.
Egads.
Like, do people say that? Did anyone ever say egads?
I've said drat.
That's two different questions. No one does today, but anyone ever did. Yes, those are real words.
Hey, speaking of egads, hey, John, you know the big in Star Wars, episode 1 and 2 and maybe 3. There's the big kind of weird animated character that everybody hates. What's his name?
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted you to say it. Say it again.
Jar Jar Binks.
That's true.
Oh, you
got
said
it.
it right.
General
Jesus Christ.
Jar Jar Binks.
This is a
He
shame.
said it wrong
He's
the
been
first
saying-
time and right the second
I
time.
did.
He's been saying Jar Jar Bing
No,
Yeah,
that's
he
close.
did. He did that the first time.
decades.
That's great. Look, listen, guys. Listen,
Dag
fellas.
nabbit.
Listen, ladies and
We at
gentlemen.
the bottom of the barrel yet,
Oh,
Jay?
You can reach the bottom of the barrel.
I could, if I reached my whole arm out, I could touch it. We're real close. I would love to just cover 2 quick topics with our special guest, Juliet Simmons.
Only
You know
take
me.
45
Because
minutes each.
in a line,
Yeah, it's
45
getting
minutes
late.
each,
Yes.
like 1.5, that's 1.5 hours. This won't take long at all. I do have, so we discussed earlier, like, why are there needs for these new terms that already have common definitions that people already understand?
Hell yeah,
John
Skippy
understands.
toilet.
Look at, so in the current parlance, Juliet, tell me if the Gen Zers are still saying low key and high key.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And so
Yeah. Oh.
from us
that
For
was-
old-
shizzle.
That was a lot faster than I thought.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
moving on to the next one.
All right.
Oh, I say
Right,
low key, high
everybody.
key all the time.
From us olds, we would use the terms like to say something is low key or to say we are feeling a low key sort of way. We would say kinda. Like, I'm low key jealous that John got the role I wanted. I would say I'm kind of jealous. John got the role I wanted. The
Yeah.
exact same thing.
Yeah.
For high key, which is less used, right? Low key is more used than high key.
I feel like I personally use them probably the same amount.
Okay.
I've heard low key. I've never heard high key.
Yeah. It's just
So
you're not
for-
going to say it as much, I guess.
Right, not out loud.
Yeah.
More maybe online.
Maybe when
Would
you're
be-
trying to you're trying to be polite and you're like, oh, I high key need to get out of here, type thing. Instead of saying
to avoid
I have
saying
to
a
get out
naughty
of here.
word, you'd be
Or
like,
like-
I really gotta get
Exactly. You're trying to kind of keep it on the down low, but you're not.
out of here. Like I'm on the verge of having a breakdown.
Yes.
I'm
high
high key
key.
feeling a certain way.
Yes.
Get me out of here.
Yes.
That's
That's high
helpful.
key.
Okay. So with that explanation, and thank you so much, low key is not needed, but high key is like high key, we don't the 80s and 90s kids like don't so much have a term where like
On the verge
listen,
of.
I'm freaking out. I need you to help me because I'm on the verge of going crazy. You can say that in 2 syllables, high key. Low
Yeah.
key, we can go like, I'm kind of
Yeah.
a-
And I'll
I'm
still
kind
say
of mad.
kind of.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of like mostly applied to emotions. Okay. Very helpful. Thank you so much. Of
course.
The final thing I have is
In my term, Jay, you could go, man, I'm hacked off. I got to split.
Oh, I like split. Split.
I like that.
split too.
We got
Yeah.
I got to
split.
split. Man.
Synonymous
I
with
gotta-
another single
Or I
syllable
gotta
word,
get.
leave. Yeah.
I gotta
or
split
get.
this scene.
Right.
Also single syllable, completely interchangeable. So
Make like a tree
And leave.
and get out of here.
and get out of
Fuck
here.
out.
Jesus.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to end kind of controversially.
Low
Juliet,
key?
if you'll. No,
good.
this
High
may be
That's
hi-
okay.
This might be high key.
High
I'm so sorry.
key. No, that's fine. That's
Remember,
fine. That's
this is just Jay's ending.
high key. Okay.
We've
We
got
can have
3
multi-
other endings after
Yeah, we'll
this,
have
so
multiple
don't
endings
worry about
after
that.
this, but this is my parting shot.
Okay.
There is a term I have heard used commonly these days amongst the youngs that has a couple different origins that I've heard and a couple multiple uses and maybe many, many uses that are appropriate. I'm so sorry.
Of course.
In advance, raw dogging.
Yeah.
She buried her
I don't
face in
even
her
know
hands.
what that means, but I can guess.
You yes.
Good.
You
Yeah.
can immediately
Please
know.
guess
Yeah.
first. John, please guess first. What does raw dogging mean?
Wow.
That means you're not using lube and you're doing it up the butt.
That's I mean, he's pretty
Very
close.
close.
Yeah, he's
Very,
really
very close.
Yeah.
So yeah, the term comes from unprotected sex originally. However, in like the last decade, it's come to take a more general term.
I know what you're talking about.
Of like going into something completely unprepared.
Yeah, I'm raw dogging this. Yeah.
And so the term came
Winging
into
it.
Yes.
Yeah. The term came into very popular use during the pandemic, 2020 and beyond. Like people are going like, he's just raw dogging the air right now. If you went into a place without
Making
a mask
crap
on,
up as he goes along.
no. If you were unmasked and you went into a place without with other people, like raw dogging the air without protection.
I think
Okay.
so. For me, the moment that it broke containment, because I had always heard, I know, raw dogging.
Hold on, I'm jotting down broke containment.
Broke containment. It happened. Yeah, I know. It was kind of the moment when there were a bunch of, I guess it was kind of a meme where these guys, some of them probably took it seriously, where they're like, I'm going to raw dog like a flight. I'm not going to do anything on the flight. I'm not going to listen to music. I'm not going to watch anything. I'm just going to stare into space for like hours. And they're like, I'm going to raw dog it. And then it like got on the news. But it was usually like morning shows. So I think I saw a clip of a woman not understanding what raw dogging meant and ended up using a different term that was very much not raw dogging.
This is why I brought this up.
Wait,
Yes.
what did she say?
And she just kept on saying it. I forget. It was very much just a sexual term.
Right.
It was like,
Which is raw dogging. As
well,
far as
yes,
I know.
okay.
Older people
But raw
should
dogging
not
has
use
two
terms from
terms.
younger people.
Doggy style?
It was.
No.
No.
What was it?
What did
Was
she
it
say?
like sucking dick,
Come on, Jay.
basically?
So if you've ever referred to male genitalia as a hog or a dog,
Hog dogging?
no.
Rog dogging.
Oh.
If you have unprotected sex, your genitalia may become raw.
Okay. Yeah.
You're raw dogging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, John's
Non-lube.
caught up.
I'm doing it right now.
But to Juliet's point, like the term, especially after 2020, like this, the term took off. Like it could mean almost anything. But the people taking a flight and not using any of the on-flight entertainment, not picking up a magazine, not getting a book out of their their carry-on bag to enjoy a novel while they fly, just stare blankly into space, was raw dogging the flight.
Yeah.
Why would you do that, though?
Really?
It was
Yes,
weird
you do that.
alpha bro stuff. It was guys trying to be very manly. Like, it was weird. It was just a complete...
What makes it manly?
Exactly. It doesn't make
You
any
know
sense.
what it is? I know exactly where it's from. It's from Seinfeld.
He doesn't
where
know
Putty
exactly
and
where it's from.
Elaine are flying back from Europe.
Putty.
And Putty is looking at the back of the seat in front of him. And Elaine goes, "You want a book?" And he's like, "Nah." "You want to read something?" "Nah." "You're just going to stare at the back of the seat?" "Yeah."
That,
Okay, we're
Literally.
broken up again. That's where it comes from. But
I saw
hey,
people
wait.
referencing that, to be honest.
I want to ask
if you go
you
into a
this.
situation like if you're preparing for a meeting
yeah.
and you're like, so did you go through all the bylaws and the 27-point plan? Like, I'm going in raw.
I'm raw dogging that.
Like, I'm not.
I get
Now,
that.
let me
yeah.
ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this. What does it mean to you? And I throw this to all of you. If I go, well, me and a buddy were out last night. We were bird dogging it.
Does that mean
That's what I'm asking you. What do you think that means?
bird dog?
A bird dog is a dog that is trained to look for birds.
Maybe looking for
And
women?
we
in-
decided was chicks. And so.
Chicks.
Maybe?
And so, yeah, if
So
you're,
you're
out
flushing
searching,
out the birds.
if you're out
Basically,
searching
you're looking for
chicks.
poontang.
Okay. No, I like
Now, here's
that's
another-
fun.
That reminds me of,
I like that.
of trim.
Here's
Remember
another,
how-
yeah.
Trim has changed.
Yeah.
Right? What is trim right now? JubyPhonic.
So that's what's on your house.
Do not. No one
here's
uses the
another one,
term
though.
trim.
Yeah.
Like
Nobody
haircut.
uses
Juliet, here's
that.
another one. What do you think
Oh,
of this?
someone told me that trim was a word now, but what I
No,
knew
it's not.
No, I
Back
don't
to
know it.
John.
Thank
No,
you.
I know
it
it
was
used
my
to be
sound
like
engineer.
women.
Here's one.
Rizz.
Here's one
That was-
from the
you get
Jimmy
some trim.
Rogers days.
Yeah.
Jimmy Rogers being an old 1920s, turn of the century, 1920s, 1930s blues musician. I'm out tomcatting. I'm tomcatting tonight.
No clue.
Right. So
It's the
You know
same
what
as
a tom-
bird
you know what
dogging.
you know what
It's the
Yeah.
you know
exact
what a
same as bird
tomcat
dogging.
is?
Yes.
Tomcat.
Everyone
I know
knows
you do,
what a
Jay. I'm asking Juliet.
Tomcat. Like you're
You
at
opened
like
the previous
is
question to all of us.
Is it similar? Is it similar to being kind of like the smooth guy? Like being
Yes.
a being a
Tomcat.
sly
You're
guy.
out looking for some action.
That makes sense.
Stray cat,
like a
strut,
tomcat.
I'm a-
You know.
Tomcat. You're
Hey,
out tomcat.
Meow meow meow. You know.
Oh,
Not
that
necessarily smooth, but
Not
only
smooth? You're
in a
just
mind
kinda-
for one thing.
Okay.
Single-minded.
Exactly.
Like
Pepe
Good
Le
point, Jay.
Pew.
Not smooth.
It reminds me of the
Smooth
word
brained.
pimp.
Rather blunt
Pimp,
in
yes.
most cases. Yeah.
Pimp
Yeah,
has
if you're
had
out
a
tomcat, you're looking for
fascinating-
some poontang.
Yeah. No, that's. These are all words.
They certainly are.
These are all words.
Pimp has had a fascinating journey.
Yeah, I have
It
not.
was like you could die from calling someone a pimp in the Old West. Like a shootout could happen if someone called you a pimp, and you could legally kill someone for calling you a pimp.
And now
And
it's
there
just
was
like
it was well right pimp. Of course, it began as exactly what you think it is, a purveyor of humans for
sex trafficking. You know.
right. But then it kind of evolved in the
cat
frontier
house.
days as someone who you just couldn't trust. And out in the frontier, you couldn't, if you couldn't trust somebody, you know,
Yeah,
that
that's
killed
like-
them. Right.
yeah.
Like, basically, they never got any business and you wouldn't do anything for them. So if you called someone a pimp, accused them of being a pimp, that means no one was going to do any business with them anymore. And so they would say, damn you, you whippersnapper, some bitch.
Used to be cool when I was in high
challenge you
school.
to a duel and you could die. And then, of course, probably 60s, 70s, where the pure prostitution, it almost started to be glamorized a little bit. And it's all
Yeah.
fancy cars and outfits. And it got bigger to where you were, I'm a pimp.
Exactly.
it
You
was
have like
like,
your
I'm
pimp
pimping.
cup. You know.
And now
Yeah,
you
if
can
you're pimping
freaking pimp
something-
your. Now
your
you
ride.
can pimp your car,
Yeah.
and we pimp our freaking podcast.
Pimp
every
it
week.
out. You know.
Yeah,
It's a,
no one's dying in.
no one's dying anymore. It kind of lost all of its teeth, which is really funny. Kind of a cute word in like retrospect,
Yeah.
honestly.
Pimp,
Kind of cute.
It's kind of a cute word.
Well,
cute pimp.
I don't know.
I
I have
would like
a
to, shit.
yes, J-
Billy. Okay. Go
what's
ahead.
up, John?
Yeah, John? You had
I was
something
going to try to give our guest a little out here, but apparently you
Oh,
want to go on
oh.
for the next 30 minutes. So,
No, I
Juliet,
just had,
are you good for another 30 minutes?
I have
'Cause
not
Kyle
eaten
has-
dinner.
What are we looking at?
That doesn't
not
answer
even
my
here?
question. But wow. Okay.
I know. I mean, does this count as dinner?
It can.
No,
In certain circles.
no.
In
I
certain
mean, we haven't even
geographies.
talked about goons.
Oh God. Okay. You know what? I will stay.
Can I give a little preamble so you
Yes.
can explain this?
I
To
was
No,
us?
say-
please don't. I would first like to Juliet's question.
Yeah.
Does this count as dinner? I would like to talk about what is girl dinner.
Okay, girl
What does
dinner.
that mean exactly?
Okay, I will be very fast about girl dinner. Girl dinner is
Okay.
basically the fact that
that's great. Thank you for that.
you can just scramble anything together. Girl dinner is it can be two Pepsid ACs and a piece of chocolate. Like it is whatever you want it to be because basically it's you having a rough go of it and you just need food. And it's also based on the fact that women are always like, in my interpretation, dieting. So it's like, okay, girl dinner is like, you can have a little bit of whatever you have because you're also kind of poor, and it's a mess. Girl dinner is a mess.
That's sad. I don't like
sad.
that.
It's sad. Girl dinner is sad,
I do like
but it's
it.
also like,
it's very empowering for girls.
Yeah.
I know you
it.
like the word, but that's not healthy.
no, it's not healthy. It's a cry for help. That's girl dinner. But I will
never
say,
thought of it
Girl
that way.
dinner.
girl
I never
dinner.
thought of it that way.
I will stay 5 more minutes for gooning because that is what I'm here for.
Yeah. all
I'm here for
right.
gooners.
Let's talk
So
about
let-
gooning and we'll wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay. We'll. So it all started as early as 1530.
Oh God.
He's lying.
No, I'm not, or at least the internet.
Son of a bitch.
No, I believe it.
But the word it started actually as goonie.
Oh,
Goonie spelled in every way you can imagine.
Goonie.
And it was a noun. He's a goonie, a simpleton, a clumsy person. Early English in it, which comes from, when you think of the Canterbury Tales.
As I always do.
Right. So every person in the Canterbury Tales was an occupation, I guess, or had a descriptor. Right. Oh, this is the carpenter. This is the farmer. This is the
Town
housewife.
slut.
Exactly.
Right. The town skank.
Harlot.
What was harlot?
The town harlot. Yes.
But the word goonie, which is very early, just for the word for man, a person.
Okay.
And
I
so
get that.
meant, which ended up
I don't get that.
evolving.
You've got
into-
man.
I don't follow
Now
that
we
at
should
all.
get another term that is one
More
syllable
fun.
longer.
More fun.
guy.
Guy.
More
goon.
fun.
Goonie.
How about guy? It'll give you a G at least.
All right, thank you. Yes. There you go. I'm
And
with you.
basically
guy?
meant you didn't have an occupation. You didn't have a purpose. You were just, he's a dude. He's a bro. He's just a guy.
He's a dude.
And it became that. It's spelled all sorts of ways. Gooney, Oony, One,
That became the movie.
and Goan. So maybe even
You haven't
gone.
said an IE yet.
yeah.
Oh, they weren't that sophisticated.
So we had to wait till the 1980s to get the IE version for the movie.
Right. So they were not goons in this sense because they were smart.
Oh.
They did things. So it turns into a lot of sailor talk that if you were the idiot on the ship, you were called a goney.
Oh.
Or a goonie, depending on how you do it, which is basically what they called all the big dumb seabirds.
So they're calling you
And
a
so
seabird.
it's somewhere
Okay.
in between, an albatross or whatever. And so the dumbest, biggest bird, that's where the bigness came in of a goon, is this largeness. Or first it was dumb, next it was large and
Big
dumb.
and dumb.
Yeah. And then it wasn't until 1938
Thank God.
that
Sick as
that
goons.
it became more of what we know, where it's this thug,
Yeah.
right? A big ruffian
Yeah.
sent out to
His
break
goons.
people's
Yeah.
legs. Prohibition, of course, was the time for that.
Of course.
And the the Oxford Dictionary actually has 4 definitions. Wikipedia has 7.
You said
nice.
1938?
Wow.
Yeah, that's when it became more of a thug thing that we know.
Wasn't
that.
Prohibition ended before 1938?
Oh my God, nerd alert.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't tell Oxford Dictionary when to put it in the dictionary.
All right, you're absolutely right. Of course, naturally. Poor Merriam-Webster. She doesn't know.
No.
Right. So by 1938, a big dumb
Galoot.
that will break your legs if you owe money
Yeah.
to one of these mobsters or what have you.
Yeah.
But somewhere within the last few years, it has become some sort of marathon masturbation word. Here's where I turn to Juliet. Juliet's turn.
Before we turn,
All set up for that, Jay.
a quick
All
interstitial.
set up for that.
Yeah.
I know where you're going, and I'm with you, and I'm excited about this conclusion, this release to the
Explanation.
Sure. Back in the late 30s or early 40s, when there were goons around breaking kneecaps and collecting money, was there a verb form of that term? Like let's say, for example,
No.
you've got a nice nuclear family in the early 40s. They're
One of
trying
them
to
is
make
a
their
goon.
way.
His dad is a gooner.
Their son is a abnormally large high schooler, and he's been recruited by some local thugs to go help break legs and collect money.
Yeah, he's going
and
gooning.
Mom is very worried, and
Gooning,
she's like,
Yeah.
he's
gooning.
Gary, why can't you focus on your books instead of going out gooning with your terrible friends
She probably
to
said it.
collect
Or
money?
why can't you be
What
like
if
your
she's the other way
father
to go?
and focus
Why do
on
you have to
gooning?
study so hard? Why can't you go gooning like the rest
Why
of your
can't
friends?
you
Sure.
go gooning?
Right, so-
Was there a verb form in the 1940s?
No.
Did the verb form only get introduced like today?
This was my question for our guest.
That was not exactly your question, but it is.
How did
now.
it get to this?
From my experience, I again chronically became terminally online. Anyway,
No,
that's an
don't
evolution.
say-
I know.
You're going to be okay, Juliet.
It's fine. But basically, I was on the internet, and one day there was this subreddit that appeared called Goon Caves. And I was like, what's a goon cave? And I opened it up, and they're like, oh, it's what gooners have.
You did that.
I did
You
that.
did that
And
on
I
your
wanted
own.
to
On your
know.
own.
And it's usually young men, maybe older, I don't know, that live at home, maybe past a point that they should be living at home, and they have a secondary room. They have their bedroom, they have their space, but then they have a secondary room
no.
that is only for
Yep.
things.
Yep.
I can't
Yeah.
say this is their primary computer room. My understanding is that, like, this is my computer room, but if I put up images of things everywhere,
Certain things.
this is a goon cave now. It's a goon cave. You have your tissues, you have your other amenities, and it is a goon
Jergens.
cave.
I believe it's Jergens.
Yes. And
Does
people will
Puff
post
Daddy
pictures.
have
Yeah.
any suggestions on where to keep your?
No.
Never mind. I'm
No,
sorry.
no. But that's the thing.
He's
is
going to
that,
prison forever.
Yeah, no, he's done. But yeah, it's like it came out of nowhere seemingly for me, but it's also just like a thing that everyone has known exists nowadays for
It
a
just
certain
never had
type
a
of
name.
person. Yes. It's not, you could be like, "Oh, that's just like that guy that really likes to jork it," you know?
Yeah, he just
Jork.
Jork
That's
is
a new
Did you
term.
just
jerking.
say to jork it?
Jork.
Jerking it became jorking
He likes
it.
to jork.
When?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm so
I'll
I don't know.
curious.
You can still say jerking. I like saying jorking it because it's stupid.
It's now my favorite term.
You can jork
I
it
mean,
if you
but
want.
what?
Jork
There's
right
also
now.
tugging,
Tugging,
and-
it all stays.
chirk. Have you ever heard of that? Chirking.
No. And see, that could be.
CHIRKI.
It could be that space
Nothing's
room.
as good
Heard
as
that.
jorking.
But goon,
Not what is it?
jorking it. It's jerking it, but
Sure.
with an O.
Okay.
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's the internet.
Pounding
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, pounding
Well,
it.
more importantly, it's our podcast, and that's what makes it so fucking stupid.
There you go.
I think
we reached
we're
the bottom of the barrel.
of the barrel here.
With
John-
jorking it.
We have busted through the bottom of the barrel. We're like halfway through center Earth right now.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Look up
We've
goon
reached the
rooms,
core of the
goon
earth.
caves.
John
I like
John
it.
just woke up to announce that we've reached the bottom of the barrel. So
That's right.
Dude,
We have-
I'm out.
Fair enough. I reached the end of
This
my
has
wine.
been fun. I don't know who you people
Thank
are.
you.
John had just joined back in to announce that he's out. So I guess that's official.
There we go.
Juliet
That's
Simmons,
right.
thank you for joining us for
Yes.
this very illuminating edition of the
course.
bottom of the barrel. We have learned so much
Of course.
all
Learned
together.
so much.
John Swayze, Kyle Jones, what a contribution. What a night we've had.
I can only say, Juliet, you are just one of the most amazing
you.
personalities I think we've ever come across.
Oh,
This was
man.
Aw.
this is bound to be.
I
one of
can't
the best
speak that
episodes
well
we've
when
ever
I
had.
just wake up.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm telling you,
Swayze.
man. What's crazy is I may have been asleep, but I heard every word.
Totally fair. I appreciate that though. You guys are
every
great.
emotion you all had.
I felt it too, like a mug.
But I do hope y'all get some good sleep. I know it's pretty late, you know.
It is.
Well, that's not,
Not
the
for
point. The point
John.
is
That's
that
the crazy
when you
thing.
say
Right.
you hope we get some good sleep,
Right.
how would you say that in terms of your generation?
John took a nap.
God.
Oh.
I don't see. That's the thing.
I'm gonna crash out. Oh,
I'm gonna crash. No, I'm gonna crash.
say
Is
that.
probably just normal. I'm gonna catch some Z's. I don't know.
Really? Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have a slang
That's way
for
back.
it.
Yeah.
I just say I'm gonna pass out. Is what I say.
It looks like we'll have to leave that to Gen Alpha to
you
come
go.
up with a new term for catching Z's.
Catching Z's.
But anyway, we've covered a lot of ground. We did it again. We have reached and broke through the bottom of the barrel. Juliet, thank you once again. Kyle and John. Me, I'm Jay Hickman. We crushed
Good
it.
night, guys.
We'll see you next time. Well, we did it. We finally hit bottom. I knew we could. Thanks, everybody. If you'd like to learn more about this finely distilled product, visit bottomofthebarrelpodcast.com, where you can find our previous episodes, merch, and even some Patreon options. If you want to tell us how smart we are, or how stupid we are, or if you have a topic you want us to dive into, hit us up on our socials. Bottom of the Barrel Podcast is on Instagram, X, and YouTube. Research, writing, and hosting duties for Bottom of the Barrel are taken up by John Swayze, Kyle Jones, and Jay Hickman. Our producer and sound engineer is Dave Lasco. Our business and digital manager is Olivia Swayze. And our composer-arranger is Jonathan Benjamin. We also offer our sincere appreciation to our collaborators, without whom we'd merely be floating somewhere around the middle of the barrel. Big thanks to Afshar Karat, Keegan Dalio, and Patrick Marrero. Finally, we'd once again like to thank our sponsor, Trinicom, which you can find at trinicom.com. That's TRINICOM.com. We'll see you next time at the bottom of the barrel.